house, I'm sorry, manager for his bounce house business. And today we're going to just be talking about the basics with Canva, learning some good, easy ways to make really awesome social media graphics. But again, super easy. And that'll be on Canva. So some of y'all might have experience with it, maybe have played around with it a little bit. I'm not showing you guys anything too crazy, too in depth. I'll show you a couple things. I'll show you some of the graphics that I've created for Bounce My House Party Rentals. And we can maybe create a new one together today. Can show you guys some cool things. So yeah, I'm excited to get that going. I believe we are live. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with y'all. Okay. Can y'all see that?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. All right. So again, welcome everyone. So this is Canva. This is what a lot of us use just to create graphics for different things, whether that be some different things on your website, or maybe again, they're just social media graphics like what I do for Bounce My House Party Rentals. Super, super customer friendly site to build graphics on. It's pretty easy to learn. There's a lot to it, and there's still plenty more things for me to learn even. So maybe we got some pros out there in the call right now. So maybe you guys can teach me a couple things too. Well, like I mentioned earlier, I am no graphic designer. I am no pro. I just like to shoot out these graphics for Bounce My House, and I've kind of found a couple different techniques that work for me that kind of make the process quick and easy. So I will go ahead and I'll just kind of dive into again, basics starting from scratch. So we do have I believe it's the pro version of Canva, but pretty much everything I'm going to show you guys today, you do not need pro for. You can just get the basic free version, and you should be able to do a majority of what I'm going to show you today. The major difference that I've seen using Canva, the difference between pro and the basic one, are a lot of the templates and designs that they allow you to choose from. So obviously, if you have basic, you're going to be a little more limited. If you have pro, you're going to have a lot more options and a lot more room to play with. So I will be showing you guys on the pro version, but again, mostly everything that I'm showing you, you can do on the basic. So first thing you'll do starting off to create a design, you can hit this create a design in the top, and you can kind of choose what layout you want to go with. They have a bunch of different options. They have like Instagram Square if you're posting, obviously on Instagram. They have one for a story. They have flyers. So if you guys are making like flyers to send out to schools and churches, that would be a great option. Poster, there's a bunch of different things. I tend to use, we have like a certain size that we use for our website. Let me see. I'm sorry, for social media content. See if I can get that info for you. So for our social media content, I believe we just use the Instagram Square. When we're sending out things to I'm sorry, uploading pictures to our website, we use a certain size. So for social media, just stick with the Instagram Square if that works for you. Let me go ahead and go back home. So again, we can start from scratch. So you'll start by creating a design. We'll go ahead and just go with the Instagram Square in this example. And you're going to start off with this blank canvas, right? So what I found is the easiest method to go ahead and get something started is going to your design. So let's say I'm looking for a Christmas, I want to design a Christmas banner. So you can go ahead and just type in whatever you're looking for, and they're going to have a ton of options for you. Obviously, anything that shows the little crown that says pro in the bottom right corner, that's for pro users only. So they got a lot of cool things in there for pro, but they even have super cute stuff like this on the basic version as well. You do not need pro for this. So start off with a design that you like. I will take some time and I'll really try to find one that I think fits the vibe that I'm going for, whatever it may be. So I think this one's pretty cute. So what you can start with, I like to just kind of start moving things around. So I think this is actually a picture. It's not a font. Yeah, so for this, I don't really need that there. I want to start with an image. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this. And guys, by the way, I'm on my iPad at home, so this is definitely not going to be, as quick and easy as it is when I'm at my computer at the office here. So bear with me as I struggle along today. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna make something random just to show you guys the gist of certain things, and then we can create like an actual graphic for I don't know, have you guys throw me an idea, whether it's like a holiday or a promotion or something like that. So for this, I really want this tent picture in here, but I really don't need that entire background. So what you can do, if you don't need all this in there, no, it doesn't work 100% perfect 100% of the time. So sometimes you just got to try your luck. Yeah, got to use the PG. So just like Robin said, you're going to go to, so you'll click the image, you'll hit edit image, and then you can remove the background. Super quick, super easy, just like this. Like I said earlier, it's not perfect 100% of the time. So if you have the time to do it, you can go into the settings bar here, and you can actually erase more. You can change your brush size, and you can go ahead and just remove this whole background. If you're using this on a computer, this tends to be pretty finicky, like removing the background by hand with a brush. But since I'm on my iPad, it's actually working pretty good for me right now, so I can't really complain. I'm not going to make this perfect just for the sake of time, but you guys kind of get the gist, right? You would remove the background. But in a lot of other situations, like with a lot of bounce houses, if I use the background remover, it'll actually remove it pretty perfectly. Again, it kind of just depends on what's in the background. So again, I'm just going to kind of, work this just a little bit, not going to make it perfect. I'm not posting this anywhere. So we'll go ahead and we'll save it just like that. You can also restore things. So if I actually wanted this whole section back, you can go ahead and restore it. Put that back. Cool. Now you have just the 10. So you can move that around wherever you need. I'm going to also go ahead. I'm going to delete this. I don't like that font. And what you can do as well, so when you're looking to add text, because one thing that I believe Amanda talked about in one of her roundtables a couple weeks ago is where you want to lay things on your social media graphics. So one of the things Tariq taught me is that people tend to read in what's called an F pattern. So for example, they're going to read, my cursor would work. No, not today. Okay, there we go. They're going to read top here. They're going to read somewhere in here, and then they're going to read down here somewhere. So maybe it's more like an E pattern, but either way, you kind of want to have that title. And if you've had any calls with us, a lot of times we talk about location and what you're selling, right? That's really important to have on your website. So it's going to be really important to have on your graphics. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to text. You can insert a text box and just pick whatever font you want to pick. Or if you actually, if you scroll through these, they give you different font combinations, which are super cool. So you can look through these and find one that you like. Let's say I like this one. I don't want to keep it the color green though. So we're going to go up here, switch it to red. And from there, this is where I like to have a lot of fun is with the text and the animations and things like that. So I might go off here, but you want to go ahead and put, we like to put our location big and bold. So Orland Park. Let me grab that. And I want to bring that up here. So I'm just kind of playing with some different things. Again, I'm not going to make like an entire graphic for you guys, but I at least want to get some of the basics out there. So we'll go ahead and leave that. And then one thing I like to do with my text a lot. So if you go into effects, one thing I do, this is going to make your text pop a lot more, depending on what kind of background you have. Like this is all pretty dark, so this might not make the biggest difference. But put lift behind it, and it's really going to differentiate your actual words from the background. It gives it a nice little shadow, but there's a bunch of other effects you can do as well. You can hollow it out. You can splice it, give it a nice bold outline, give it a background if you want like a border or a banner sort of deal. Neon. So there's a bunch of different things you can do. For me, I always tend to go for the lift effect, and then I bring the intensity up to 100%. Then if you go all the way to the bottom, you can make any of your text boxes like curved or straight. And if you do the curved, I believe you can kind of change what kind of curve you have there too. So it's kind of going a little deep into it there, but yeah, so that's some of the things you can do for the text. And then from there, let's just play with a couple other things here. You can go into elements, and let's say you wanted like certain stickers or animations, different things you wanted to throw on here. You can search up literally anything and it's probably going to pop up. So I'll just put Santa and it'll give you a bunch of different options. So you can go for graphics, you can go for photos. So it'll show you actually like more realistic things, videos, shapes, things like that. So there's a ton in here. There's even audio. Honestly, I haven't even gone past the photos part in here or the videos part in here. So yeah, so you can grab a bunch of random stuff in there. And what's cool about any of the graphics that you put in there too, you can also animate them. So let's say I wanted Santa Claus to do a little something funky for me. I can do like any transitions and things like that. Kind of gives me what's that word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't, clip art. It's giving me like clip art vibes, you know what I mean? So you can do a bunch of different stuff. One of the things that I did on one of my posts, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, is this wiggle effect. Oh, that didn't do it. It's not working for me, guys. This is why we don't do it on an iPad. You do it on a computer. Yeah, she's not working for me. That's fine. I'll show you guys the one that I have. But that's the other thing you can do with a lot of your graphics that you're putting on there, any of the words that you're putting on there, you can give them different animations as well if you want different things to move. If you want it to be more of like a GIF or GIF on your Facebook, you can do that as well. I don't really use these bottom ones here, like the different tools like pens, pencils, erasers, things like that. I don't tend to draw. A lot of it has to do with like what design you start with and then whatever elements and graphics and text you want to throw in there. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go back to the Balance My House page and I'm going to show you guys some of the social media content I've already created. And then we can go ahead and just create a new one, a real one that's not, you know, half put together. So this one's kind of funny. I just had one of my guys like edit a little video together for me. The unfortunate thing, I can only show you guys the entire animation of the whole thing if I like present it or put it as a presentation. So you can't see all the words move and things like that unless I go in here and I select the animation itself. So right there you can see like the whole image moving. So it's one of the ones we did. This one was really cool because we actually were able to get a bunch of good like drone shots and things like that at Tariq's house when he had a big party. So this was a really, really good video to use for different promotions and things of that nature. One thing I also want to comment on too, guys, you're going to notice a lot of these, they're pretty similar. Now this one I have a bunch of copies of because I was playing with different fonts and things like that. But you're going to notice a lot of these are similar, right? It's either like a picture or a video. And at the top, it either says Bounce My House Party Rentals or it says Orland Park Bounce House Rentals, something along those lines. And then if there's a promo, we'll put it in there. Otherwise, there's sometimes we just want to shout different things out. So this one's a cool one.
Highly recommend. They were 10.
Let's not do the audio though. Can't find that. But there's a bunch of different videos. Like you can just do the entire background as a video and then throw the template words over top of it and delete that background, which is what I pretty much did for these past few. Let's see. Sometimes they're super simple like this. Like this one isn't flashy at all, but I just wanted to show off some of the new arrivals that we got. So they don't have to be flashy. You don't have to have a bunch of different things moving. As long as you have some kind of like attention grabbing background, you have your location, you have what you're selling or what your, you know, your goal is for this post. You should be fine. You don't need all this text. You don't need all these funky words. Like this one's kind of crazy. I think it's this one actually. There's like a whole video to it. Of course, it's not going to play the whole thing. I'm having technical difficulties out the butt today, y'all. It's the iPad, I swear. This is the one I wanted to show you guys, though. So this one I fell in love with for some reason. I just thought it was so cool. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but in Illinois, we dealt with cicadas real bad this summer. So we kind of wanted to celebrate when they were finally on their way out in our general area. So we did like a cicada sale. But it's just a fun way to kind of grab attention on social media, get people interested. This is another one I think I dropped in the chat a couple weeks ago. Super simple. I just showed a bunch of different pictures of our tents. I put Orland Park tent rentals. I threw our website and our phone number in there. And sometimes you can do little things like this where you type blank for coupons or for deals or what have you. That's a bunch of different fun stuff. I like to switch it up too with like fun facts because you don't want to be super redundant on your social media. You really do want to switch it up. You don't want them all to be promos. You don't want them all to be, selfies. You want to switch it up. That's how you constantly keep your audience engaged. And truthfully, like that's still one of the things that I'm working on and that I'm learning for Bounce My House. We make plenty in revenue, but however, we don't get as much social media traction as we'd like. So that's kind of what we're working on now. We're working on switching it up and trying different things and trying the things that are trending too. So we like to switch it up and do some funny stuff like this. Of course, any promotions, any new arrivals. So let's go ahead and do one from scratch. That one's super simple and cute too. So let's go ahead and create a new one once I get to the freaking bottom. Okay. So one thing I also want to recommend too that Tariq taught me, let's say I really like this design, but I'm not super set on it. Make a duplicate of it, edit the things you need to, just in case, like if you make this new one and like, let's say this was the original copy and you completely hate it by the end of it, you still have your backup. So if you're messing with a graphic that you already kind of finished, but you're not sure if you like and you want to make some changes, make a duplicate of it, save your butt later. So just a little tidbit there. All right, I need you guys. Give me something, whether it's like a holiday, a promotion, something like that. Someone shout something out.
How about new inventory?
New inventory. Okay, cool. So what I like to do is usually for me personally, I try to have different topics to post throughout the week. So maybe it's maybe one day out of the week I'm doing a promotion, another day out of the week it's cleanup, one day it's whatever. I will start with whatever topic I have. For Ray's suggestion, he said new inventory. So I will immediately go to design and I'll type in what I'm thinking. So we'll start with new inventory. Let's see if anything cool pops up. Yeah, some of these are pretty cool. I like this one. That one's pretty nice. And what's cool too is once you select a design that you like, it's going to show you other options that are similar. So maybe you like this one, but it's not exactly what you're looking for. It's going to show you other ones that are similar to it or have the same style or collection. So don't actually like that one. I lied to you guys. Let's switch it up. Or maybe you don't find something. So then you search up something else like new arrivals or hot products, something like that. So go new products. Sometimes it's going to show you some of the same stuff. What's up, Ray?
I said I was going to chime in and say instead of new arrivals, now available.
True, that would be a good one. Yeah, let's see what pops up there.
A lot of times keyword is what you got to look for.
Yep, exactly. Yep, or sometimes like flash sale. Again, it just depends on what exactly you're looking for. Yes, some of these are pretty good. I'm gonna add a new one, but I really like this like little Instagram style. Those are super cute too. But yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff. And it really like, this is kind of the cheat code to it all, is starting with a good template or design and you're almost guaranteed to kill it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one just because I really like the colors. I think it's playful for an inflatable business. So what I'm gonna do first, I like this template, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to delete this photo. Oh no, we're not. So sometimes they actually have what's called, I believe it's called either border or background. Frame, I think it's frame. So they'll have frames like this where it'll show you like the box and you can just drag and drop a picture into it. So that's what I thought these were, but I guess they're not. Nope. So I'm gonna add my own. I mean, you can play around with these borders too. So I'm gonna try and mimic kind of what they had here. But yeah, a lot of times if you notice, like you click on a design and it has like those boxes with images that are already in it, usually if you hit delete, it'll just delete the image and it'll still give you the frame that you were originally trying to get to. So in this case, I just got to manually do it, make this easy on myself and just duplicate them. Yeah, sometimes this is gonna take you some time when you're first learning. And for me, if you haven't heard my story before, I am a self-taught artist, so I really can get lost in this stuff sometimes, and I really can spend way too much time doing it. So hopefully, hopefully I don't run into that today. But you know, for someone that's maybe not super into this stuff and you're literally just trying to push some content out, this can probably be pretty quick and easy for you once you get used to the system here. Don't know what that is. Gonna delete that. Okay, cool. Nothing else back there. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna search for something that we already have in here. Okay. I'm gonna try and remove the background, but if it doesn't, oh, nope, that works. I like it. We're gonna keep it that way. Let's see what else we got here. And what's cool too is anytime you upload any pictures in here, you can see we have a ton. They're all going to stay in there for you. So as long as you have the same account, you should have no problem keeping all your pictures in there so you can reuse them on social media or different things like that. You don't want to work, huh? Come on now. There we go. And let's find one more. We'll do that one nice and easy. I kind of have this weird thing where like this is probably just a me OCD thing. I don't like that both of these water slides are pointing the same way. So I personally, for aesthetic reasons, I'm gonna flip it to face the opposite way. And then I'm gonna drag and drop it into this one. Now you guys can see what's that?
Put the tent in the center and then put them facing out.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. So that's typically what I would do is I would put the tent in the center and then I would have either this one over here and the other one over there. We'll play around with that a little bit as well. But yeah, that's exactly how I think too. I always I think about symmetry as much as I can. And again, I think it's also just a little OCD artist in me as well.
Now Zoel, we have to deal with the OCD of and being an artist to being what works because it's
Yeah,
eye catching.
yeah, this is true. This is true. So that's
Simple
gonna be
placement. Simple
go ahead.
placement of where your picture's at is in marketing. You want their eye to capture on the outsides, and when it catches the center, they do that too.
Say that again, you would cut out a little bit for me.
You've got the tent and the game. So if you do a game on each side facing out and
Mm-hmm.
the tent center, they will see the games first. As the
Yep.
person's eye reads, they will see both sides before they see the middle.
Yep. That makes sense. That makes sense. And that's absolutely true. I love that you brought that up. Thank you so much for that. Because
It's
that's probably, you know, that's something that we don't always think about. Like we have to remember what our customer sees and not just necessarily what we like. Like you also have to think about, you know, the logistics of it. And, you know, like you had said, and like I had kind of said in the beginning on how people typically read certain information, right? They read in a certain pattern. So I love that you brought that up. Thank you so much for that.
our eyes see the first and last letter, and most of the time, our brain can tell what word it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly. I love that. So this isn't exactly how I would do it. Truthfully, I would go in and I would take more time to maybe remove the background out of some of these, or maybe find pictures that I could actually remove the background on. I would probably fit this a little nicer in there because you can't see the whole slide. So that wouldn't make too much sense there. So maybe I'll actually swap
But
out for another image.
but Zoel, you're talking about a flyer that you are putting out on the social media. You're going to have a link to it to your website to them games.
Right.
Like
I think,
going out on social media, they're going to be able to find them games and that product and that service and put it together in a package what you post because we're talking about We're talking about a website ad. We're talking about social media connecting. The
Yes.
more people that see, the easier you're going to be the one they think about. Even if it's
This
somebody, I love it when other people see games set up. Oh, I seen y'all set up at such and such place. Wasn't us, but appreciate it.
no, that's very true. I love that. You have to make sure that you're catching your customer's eye, but you're also staying in their brain, right? I love that.
They see an inflatable another company has, where I've been in a lot of different industries, and I have seen in our industry, if they see an inflatable that another company has that I don't have, and it's not booked, I'll go pick it up out of their warehouse. They have the same deal with me. If their customer sees me and wants something, because as long as they are reputable and I know they're going to do it right, I
Yeah.
like to share inventory I don't have to pay for.
Yeah. Nope, that's very true. I love that. That's actually really smart. I don't think we do anything like that over at Bounce My House. So I think that's pretty cool. Does anyone else do something? Oh, does anyone else do something similar?
Yeah, we
No.
do. I've got a small group in Houston that's close by that we throw out leads and stuff like that for when we're booked out or if we don't have anything or we don't service that area.
That's really cool. I wouldn't have even really thought about us doing that. That's really cool. It's just using your resources to your full extent. I love it.
And their inventory and me inventory and all in taxes, I buy something different than they got, and somebody wants what I got and it's sitting and not making no money, they're able to use it. And I'm able to use something they got because they spent money and bought something different.
Right. No, and you win-win situation for everyone around. Like that's super smart.
Joel, I've been in the industry for 20 years.
I know, I know. I've only been an office manager for under a year, so you guys are constantly teaching me new stuff every week. I love it. That's why I keep coming to these because I'm learning from you guys too.
Well, Tariq has my phone number, and I've told him give me a phone call. My Amtrak station is Fulton, and my mailing address is Fulton. I live an hour from my warehouse.
Dang, dude.
It is an hour for me to go to any job 90% of the time.
Dang, well, yeah, I mean that makes sense if you live in oh my goodness, a more rural area.
But
But that's
but
crazy.
we charge the rental prices. I get 650 plus delivery and everything for an 18-foot double water slide or
Good
dry
for
slide.
you. Good for you. That's awesome. I think ours, oh my gosh, if it does this one more time. I think our double lane 15-foot water slide is at, I'm gonna say 595 before delivery.
Because your add-on of on your images of the writing, because you have them saved as duplicates, I
Hmm.
would put a price on each picture.
Yeah, we try to avoid putting prices on our pictures, but that's definitely something I'd be willing to consider. Um, I mean, I think it just depends too. Because a lot of people, like for example, obviously they see the prices on the website, so I guess it would make sense to throw the price on the image as well.
But
For example,
also in marketing and my brain's got $1 million ideas and a million of them. Above Bounce My House of the website, you put price on picture is base rental. All you got to put.
true,
And then
true,
delivery is on top of that. Any other fees are on top of that.
that's
Base
fair.
price. Because on the tent picture, you're going to put your tent rental price, not a package price for the tent tables and chairs, because it varies how many
Sure,
tables and chairs every event needs.
sure. So you're saying, like, for example, I'm gonna go ahead and try this out on this one. So you're saying, let's say this unit is 395 base price without delivery. You're saying throw that above the image. Mm-mm. And then you're saying you would throw delivery in there too, or you would just leave it the base price?
Leave it the base price, just a number
Okay.
on top of it.
Okay, I like that. Now, do you think that should be on top or that should be on bottom? It would make sense up top, but it also, I think, would depend on how you're laying all your graphics and things like that too.
I think you
As
should go
well.
with the flow of the pictures. So put the
Right.
two smaller ones at the bottom and put
Yes,
that big one at
ma'am.
the top.
That makes
Yes,
sense.
ma'am.
I like it.
And
See, told you
uh,
I need to learn from y'all too.
well, I got one thing I need with my knowing what works. I need the pictures of the combos swapped. I'm assuming they're the same price, but before you drop a price on them, swap
Sure.
them so they're pointing away from the tent. You do not want water going towards the tent. You want water going away from it.
Interesting. See, I don't see it like that. I just kind of more so look at the aesthetic of the picture, but I see what you mean. Mm-mm-mm. That makes sense.
Thank
I can
you.
work with that. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I'm kind of the same way as, I mean, obviously I point them on in, but for me, it's definitely, like I said, I'd pick different images and focus on symmetry, but it's definitely the OCD in my head. But I love that. And I love y'all
With
pulling ideas for me too.
with my 6 kids, I want a boy side and a girl side, and I want to be able to sit under the tent and have meals. So that right there needs to be 1,000 to package price. All three
Package
of these,
price.
all three of them under the new arrival, and you do all prices at the bottom or
Hmm.
on the picture, like the tent you could bring down to the grass.
Right, right.
Or
I see what you're
above.
saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So you're saying down on there like that?
Yep.
I like it. I like it. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. We just try not to put like as much text on our images, like I mean, this one has a lot more to it, obviously, but we try to keep it simple. We try to keep it Orland Park Bounce House Rentals, and then we throw, the name, or I'm sorry, the number and the website at the bottom as well. So I like that
Well,
you're throwing prices on there too. That way your people can actually see and kind of know what to expect as well.
the things that any other company that is making it out there puts a price on it. McDonald's, you get a coupon, you get money off. So if you're putting this in a spirit card, because you could dim this down and buy the half a spirit card, and then you're putting a promotion out there that is a tax write off because it's a donation to a nonprofit that gets you in every hand of everybody that buys one of the children that go to school.
Dang.
They're looking to save money. If you do a $20 off, you do a $25 off delivery, and you take your 150 delivery to 125. You're not hurting yourself that much, but the customer's getting a deal.
Yeah, I like it. No, that totally makes sense.
Robin, we need to connect. I'm ready for that Amtrak ticket to Chicago. I'm ready to run away for a little while, but I've got the next 3 weeks booked every day.
Oh my goodness, good for you, man. No, we need
Dang.
that.
And and to be honest with everybody here, I'm the guy that owns the company's right hand. I don't run the company, but
That's crazy. You
logis-
got me fooled.
but logistically, when we're doing something, he goes, "Well, what do you think?" I'm not documented nowhere, but this company has survived because of me for the last 10 years.
I love that. I love that. You know your worth, you know your value, and clearly you were super knowledgeable in this industry. Like I've already learned a ton from you since I've started here and since you've started joining the round tables. So
And
you have me fooled.
and Tariq needs to give
Yeah,
me a
Aaron, I'm
call.
gonna need you next year. I was finna shut my stuff down. My back hurt.
No, 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 no. Do not shut your shit down. I live
I can't.
Amtrak in Fulton. Amtrak in Fulton is 13 miles from my house, and Amtrak comes to Chicago, and you told me you don't live far from it. So as long as I got somewhere to sleep on a cot, I come to work for a week. I get 2 days off for $1,000, homie. You pay for me to get to you and back. You pay my travel expenses. I come for $1,000 a week. But I want
I
to make you
got you.
10 grand. I want to make you 10 grand that week because an employee shouldn't make you money. But I'm not an employee. I'm an independent contractor. You write me a check,
Okay.
and I pay my tax.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my information.
You got Barco rental trucks that you can lease. They take care of all the maintenance. Like there's things in a rental truck. If I as a company have a provide training to have a card carrying party rental or event rental, not party, but event rental certification. We got the safety insurance company, and we had a round table a couple weeks ago with a guy that's in the safety industry. He cost you
Mm-hmm.
it cost money to pay for that and training. Okay, well, I want you to pay me $2,500 to be able to walk into anybody that needs help in our industry. I don't never think about going hungry because there's somebody that does what I do everywhere. Like receipts don't matter. We last year we subbed out $30,000 in tents. This year we spent 3,500 and have made that 30,000. I've got a 20
Right.
by 40 we bought that cost I'm gonna say 3,500 with shipping and everything. We bought a bunch of stuff. Like we spent 10 grand on tents and have made 80 off of it this year already.
Good for you. Holy crap. That's awesome.
Okay.
If that's not a return on investment, I don't know what is. Because
No
we used to
kidding.
pay if we used to pay and sub it out because the guy I worked for said I don't like tents, wanted to get out of them. I said, well, that's good money in them, and I don't like writing a check to somebody else and me having to fork out that money and it not be up to par.
Right.
We have been complimented 4 times on the tent we set up. We ain't never had nothing that nice. Well, also the company we bought it from, Robin, puts our company logo and name next to the manufacturer patch in the tent. So when they're going to look to see what kind of tent it is, who it is, my advertisement doesn't have to be big. It's a business card on the side of the tent. We set up that 20 by 40 for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks for a fireworks stand for $2,800. It paid for itself in one rental, Robin.
Okay.
As I tell people, because every day the rental's for one day. The setup and takedown is extra, but you don't pay that for every day of rental. My base rental is for me to set it up at my convenience. You have it for the day you have your event, and I'll take it down at my convenience. If you happen to have it, want to book it for 2 days, the first day you're paying full rental, I'll give you half off on the second day. So I get an extra chunk on top because you're using it 2 days. And if I was going to leave it there for the weekend because it's convenient for me, that's how we get by with a 2-man crew.
Right.
The guy I'm working for, we got to have 12 staff attendants. We offer staffing services. We will stand in front of our equipment and maintain kids, but it costs you money. So I'm able to get a hold of these rehabilitation centers around me, sober living houses, and get them to do their community service with me for a donation to that nonprofit organization.
That's awesome, Aaron.
I don't worry about a work group. And they're all over the country. And our biggest problem is we don't know the people that are willing to work can't get to work. As long as you're willing to pick them up, and every mile is a tax deduction, we make dang good money. And if I got to pick a guy up to save my back, Robin, I'm going to pick up that guy. If I got to wait 10 minutes for him to get out there, because the bus driver used to wait on me to put my shoes on or get dressed and put my shoes on the bus when I was going to school. The right people are worth waiting for.
Any of my photo booth equipment before I sell my bouncy house equipment.
Well, you got photo booth equipment for sale. Don't sell it. Send it to me and I'll make you money on it when I rent it. Don't sell it.
Yeah.
Keep making money on it. Keep making money on it.
I hear a proposition.
I got one in the storage right now.
Like,
You're such a hustler, man.
You send it to me, I'm going to pay you every time I rent it because it's making me money.
Man, I'm going to have to bring that one to you. It's big. They going to charge me up an arm and a leg. This shit that.
I got a guy that bought from Tent and Table bought a 40 by 60 single tube West Coast frame tent. Had 2 boys come look at it, take it out of the crates, and go, "Oh no, this is more than we thought." Then he had 2 teenagers, maybe 3, and a couple of people who don't know what they're doing set it up. Well, I told him, well, you should have paid me to set it up and take care of it, but it set up for 8 months. It got nasty. Well, the deal is, I get half. Split the rental with him. I don't own the tent. I didn't buy the equipment. He ain't got the insurance. It's insured under my other company. But that tent come with 3 tent jacks. He has tent heaters. He's got sides. Well, he spent $35,000 with Tent and Table one night sitting on the computer because his manager said she wanted a couple of tables and some chairs for inside. So I have put that tent up for 2 weddings. Well, it made me money. I've been storing it for $100 a month. I got an extra storage unit, but $100 a month ain't too bad.
No.
I backed my 18-foot trailer in there with them 21-foot 9 poles on it because he doesn't have a trailer big enough to hold it. All he's got's a 12-foot enclosed. I have to strap them on top of it. Them tent jacks are $600 a piece plus shipping from Tent and Table. I use them on my 20 by 40, and them tent jacks are worth that $100 a month storage rental for me to have them.
Right.
He ever needs it for an event, I charge him set up and takedown fee. I get paid for it. Well, me splitting the rental with him ain't nothing because I'm able to add it to my inventory. That goes into sharing. I've got 5 companies that have equipment around me. Why buy more when you have access to what you need? Everybody looks, oh, well, let me buy the newest and greatest. All right, well, I'm going to pull from all these people that are competing against me. Okay, well, we are the industry prime around our area. When companies are looking for a party, they call us because we do their employees' parties. Well, we have 5 companies in our area, not many, but we cover at least 100-mile radius. And my delivery fee for that 100-mile radius is $250.
Hey.
Like, you got to pay for your fuel because if you were going there to drop it off, coming back, going to pick it up, and coming back, you're making 2 trips. So 4 ways. Your mileage is times 4, not times 2.
Dang. Aaron, see, you know how to make your buck. You are on it. You are a hustler, but you work, man. Like, you work. I love that.
Yes, but there's also weekends that when we're busy, we take it off. Like, because the other companies are here breaking their back for a weekend. Like this weekend, we got the hurricane happening in Florida or wherever. I've got a tent that we set up today that because that storm's coming through, I got to take it down the first thing Thursday morning. Well, instead of going to take that 40 by 60 wedding tent that I got sitting in the air today, I'm taking it down first thing in the morning. Like, I took the afternoon off. I worked 4 hours a day. That's it.
That's okay, though.
You're able to do that when it's just you, and like me is Corndog asked me how to run his business. Like when you're asking me what to do, that means I've got a lot of input on what happens.
As you should.
Power Dolly. I have told him for 4 years I wanted a Power Dolly. Well, I have seen negative reviews on One Trip Dolly. Well, me and Corndog are the 2 men that gave Cade at One Trip Dolly the idea of welding the Easy Track on the side of it.
Interesting.
If anybody remembers last year at the show, he had little bitty hooks on the dolly that you couldn't have put a ratchet strap through that we use in our industry. Cade has been in the rental industry for 3 years now.
Aaron, are you going to Apple?
Yes, ma'am.
Apple?
Yes, ma'am. Join me. Let's go. Hey,
She can't. She can't.
Hey, you can come down for one day.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
I'll ride the Amtrak to Chicago and drive you down if you need me to.
Propositions on propositions, Aaron.
You roll in with me, you rolling in with royalty. We go in the day before the show.
it ain't no way I'm gonna say no as is OL.
Take me with. I'm tagging along. Coming for the train ride.
Hey, Zoel, tell Tariq I need 5 tickets that go out to the round table members. He gets
I'll
them.
make it
And
my
maybe-
note right now.
He gets them when he pays for the booth rent.
Okay,
It's part of the pay. Because tent and table will give me 20 if I need them.
Dang. Okay.
Tent and table pays for my pass. And I go in as an exhibitor the night before opening on the show floor. I get there.
Wow.
I get SWAT badges. You won't be able to look at my name tag and tell who I am till it's showtime. It is not what
You
you
sound
know.
like me at the McDonald's convention. They gonna know me. They gonna be like, wait a minute, your name ain't that. You was at the McDonald's convention.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Well, not to cut you off, Aaron, but we are nearing the end of the roundtable. So I do just want to circle back to graphics really quick. I just want to see if anyone has any questions, or maybe there's something you're wondering if you can do with Canva, or maybe there's something you're struggling with in Canva. Does anyone have any questions about anything I went through on Canva?
What's our finished product on our new arrivals ad that we're posting?
Yeah, let's that we are posting. Hey, those aren't all my pictures, so I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow for my shift and fix those up. But let's see how she came out. Let me screen share. Meanwhile, any questions or concerns from anyone else? Not
Look, you did it pretty simple.
Yeah, she's pretty easy. Nothing crazy. We don't even need all these flowers in there, guys. Like, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. She's nice and simple and sweet.
You say it's a monthly charge for it, right?
Yes, I do not know the charge for the Pro off the top of my head, but most
It might have
of
went
this,
up, but it was $14.95.
okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's gone up since whenever you last checked. I haven't we've had it for a while. But you can do pretty much all of this without Pro, Adriano. But like I said earlier, there's a lot of just different, like you can see a lot of these are Pro, but then a lot of these are not. So you can, I would say, maybe play around with the basic version if you haven't already. And I feel like once you feel comfortable with that, then maybe make the commitment for Pro. Because I think it's worth it. I just think that, get used to the software as it is, and then, make sure that you're actually going to commit to using it. Because there's just like anything, no point in paying a monthly fee for something you're not fully using, So,
And the regular one's free, right?
yeah, the regular one's free, and then Pro, like Robin said, is either $14.99 or has gone up since then.
Okay.
So let's grab those, Sarah.
Awesome. Any other questions, concerns, anything you're wishing you could do on Canva, wondering if you can do on Canva?
Be sure you share a link in the chat for Canva or whatever the website is.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and do that.
That way it'll be accessible by everybody.
Absolutely. Good idea, Aaron. Thank you.
I want it, but and I'm not gonna write it down right now.
This is, what? You're right. You're right. Let me get that link for you.
Robin, I was told I can't feed a closed mouth, and I can't help you if you don't ask me. I give you the shirt off my back if you need it, if that's what you need. But you standing on the side of the highway with a sign, you will work for food. I got these steaks in these drove, brother. I will put them where they need to go and start them with my 4-pound. You're going to pack that 10-pound around and drive them down till I tell you to stop.
I love the energy. I love it. We need more Aarons in the world, guys.
I hear you, Aaron.
You can't duplicate me because my last name's Solomon. You know what Moses' brother Aaron told him, right?
What'd he say?
You can't stop. You still got plans. God still got plans for you. You ain't done.
Amen.
Love it. I love it.
You know who the wisest in the book that didn't cut the baby in half is, right?
I believe that.
Well, my last name's Solomon. God created me every day. I could have died July 22nd. Head-on collision. Most people don't walk away from it like I do.
No kidding. I'm glad you're okay and you're with us, Aaron. That's crazy.
I
But
wish
period.
God would have punched my time card, but my family been screwed.
Say that again.
I said I wish God would have punched my time card because we're only getting in deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I wear my boots deep, and they about ready to fall apart. I need to buy other ones, but they ain't gonna be as broke in as these wore out ones.
Gotta get the fresh pair. Gotta get the fresh pair.
Yeah, but when crap gets deep, you want comfortable.
Yeah. Nope, this is true. This is true. I love it. I love the motivation. I love the aspirations. Love the energy, Aaron.
Robin, I got your ticket. You better find you booking and housing now.
He said now, Robin.
Right now.
If you don't, you ain't getting
Okay.
it. But if you we need to connect offline, or off chat. But I could probably get you a room in a condo if that's all you would need. Double bed in a condo.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Dang.
Because I got a few people that owe me. So when I say, hey, when you're booking condos, I need a room myself. Well, I'm looking at taking my two oldest girls, so I'm getting a condo by myself, and I'm gonna have two different people split the cost of it, and it ain't gonna cost me nothing, but it's a write-off for their company as well.
Dang. Got it all figured out.
No. The Lord only puts what in front of us that He plans for us to do. I don't worry about life or stress. When He punches my time cards as well, there ain't nothing I can do, doctors can do to control it, to get over it. My family will miss me. I will miss them. But when I'm walking on streets of gold, and when we are reunited with our loved ones, life's the blink of an eye. We're here, and most of these people in this world are here to make money. But if we figure out that money don't matter, it's what we do while we're here, because life's the blink of an eye. I'm ready for eternity. I'm ready to blink my eyes. We don't control that.
Period.
You're right. You're right.
I love it.
So
I love it, Aaron.
I have, and this is only something I'm sharing in this group. I have shirts on the way. I live in Kentucky, so everybody tells you, have a good one when you're leaving somewhere, right? Anybody ever heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody? Why ain't we put it on a shirt? Well, I am. Have a good one with Tri-State Games. Have a good one with my company website. Simple writing. Robin, we connect. I'll send you some logos, what I'm getting. Anybody, I'm not sharing in the group. I'm phones in my hand and ready to go to bed. It has been a long day. But God, in this chat, we're not even an Event Hawk customer. But Corndog with Tri-State Games wants to swap to Event Hawk. That's why I need Tariq to give me a call.
Hey, I will let him know. I will be in the office with him tomorrow. So I'll throw your name out there for him.
I appreciate it, Zoel.
Of course, of course.
ABC Do It All at Gmail.
I got you. Tell Tariq he could come to the meeting sometimes too.
Oh no, when he talks to me tomorrow, he's gonna handle next week's, Robin. And we gonna get Jorge from Jump Orange in here next week. We're gonna find out what game Jump Orange is giving away at IAPA. Robin,
Hey.
we go to dinners and they give away inflatables.
Okay. I got you. I'm gonna think about it for real. I'll let you know next Tuesday.
All right, like we went to Orlando and you had to look at the video with Jump Orange and Event Hawk, and little boy got in a big bag and zipped up and come out of it. But Jump Orange gave away a water slide at the Event Hawk Jump Orange dinner last year.
That's what's up.
After the IAPA show, there's a giveaway every day at Tent and Table at like 3:30. Then you've got a bunch of different companies that give stuff away every day because it's a tax write-off for them as a company, and you're able to see everything coming out, and there's so much more you could add to your party rental that takes that back out of it. But Connect, we at time limit. Zoel, it's back to you.
You're a-okay. You're a-okay. I love when we all chop it up and sit here and chat. I love it. And we're all connecting. So I love it. But Aaron's right. We are gonna go ahead and bring this to a close, y'all. I went ahead and threw the Canva link in the chat. If you didn't grab it already, go ahead and grab it before we end this out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks for sticking around to learn a little bit about Canva. If you guys have any questions for, in that realm particularly, you can always find me on Facebook. It's my first name and then K. Shoot me a quick message and, I'm more than happy to help. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to y'all. Thank you again for attending. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I better see y'all next Tuesday.
That's what I'm talking about. I need a tattoo somewhere.
Come on over. I'm open. I got the bookings open.
I'm in inbox you.
What'd you say?
I'm in inbox you. Yes, Aaron.
We're gonna get one together. So that appointment needs to be a double booking. So when you book it, let me know and I'll ride the train to Chicago to get a tattoo.
Hey, there we go. There we go. I love it.
All right, we're gonna go to Zoel.
Hey.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you close to her, you connect to her and schedule that appointment for me. I'll hit the train. Don't do it before October. Don't do it. You got to do it early November. But the train show.
Forget it. Zoel, bring your stuff to Florida.
Okay. I'm now going to IAPA and I'm now tattooing everyone. Let's go.
You not going?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I need to stay and make sure the ship stays afloat at Bounce My House. So I won't be going, unfortunately.
You could do that work from home. You could work from home.
Zoel. Zoel, are you willing to make the compromises in your personal life to make the trip for the business? If you tell me you are willing to go, I'll make it happen for you to go.
You see that Aaron is a nice person.
He is. Stop. You're going to have to talk to Tariq about that one. I'll bring it up tomorrow because I do want to go. I think it'd be so cool.
You tell him to call me.
Yeah, tell Tariq we got to meet. This will be our meet and greet. He can't have you all in our face and then we meeting him. He don't even like talking to us unless it's a special guest.
Hey, Robin, I don't ask.
Uh-oh.
I know you don't ask. You demand it. I understand that you demand it. I promise you I'm going to get everything together.
So, even with Tariq and telling him Zoel, every one of us have talked to Zoel. And that goes a long way in our industry.
I think Tamaja got something to say. Tamaja got anything to say? No, he just looking. I thought he said something. Okay, Aaron, I got you though. I promise you I got you.
All right, y'all. I gotta wrap this up though. I gotta bounce. Get it?
Oh. All right.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.